Yo, so 11:35 time, and then by the way, Merry fucking Christmas. I don't think I made a video since Christmas, and Happy New Year. This marks like 2 years. I think that I've been actually like making videos of my own. I think 5 years since I've been uploading to YouTube like semi-daily, so that's pretty crazy. But anyway, let's go get into the chapter. So chapter starts out with explaining the fact that the owl is the reason that all the books become huge as soon as they enter the little domain, which is pretty nutty. Apparently it ate like the rear fruit, at least that's what Vega was saying, and became a nurturing owl, which means I guess it can make people and inorganic things bigger, which is pretty interesting. That makes me think like of Big Mom, of how the fuck she got so big. Maybe she met the owl and it got big. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things that this owl could have done. And I don't know what it is, but I fucking love owls. I've always liked birds, but I love fucking owls. They just seem so mysterious and knowledgeable. Plus, this specific owl just so happens to be hundreds and hundreds of fucking years old, so he's wise and shit. It's a similar thing with like old turtles, you know, Master Uruguay and all that. They just radiate wise, old energy, and I always fuck with it. You can't hate owls and turtles. Come on. Then we get a few little pages of the giant kids fucking around with the straw hats, and even a little callback to an early post-time skip event with Momo being a pervert weirdo. But one of the giant kids wants to test himself against Luffy, and it goes about how you'd expect. He gets absolutely fucking put in a blender. And Luffy is just flexing on him, which I absolutely love to see. This kid is actually Ripley's son, and we all love Ripley, so that's nice. You know, maybe we see a little bit more of her. And I'm pretty sure this is also the kid who was with Shanks at the bar when my daddy used his kid pulled up, and he was sort of doing the same thing that Luffy was doing back in the day with Shanks, you know, with him begging Shanks to join the crew or whatever. And it turns out this kid's dad is a pirate who is significantly younger than Ripley, which isn't saying a whole lot because she could be fucking 80 years old for all we know. And you know who else is in that little age range? Pretty much everyone from the previous, you know, Roger, Garp, Whitebeard era. So this kid could very well be like Bond's son, which would go pretty fucking hard, and it fits in with, you know, all the theories of him or Shiki being on Elbaf, you know, walking around. So, you know, this kid could have a crazy fucking dad. Jinbei, Frankie, Brooke, and my beloved Robin all get their Elbaf fits, and I gotta say, Robin's fit this time around is very tasteful, okay? Egghead Robin's fit, while I love it, she just kind of looked like a, you know, a brothel dweller at times, and that's not exactly like something I want to see her walking around in 24/7. You know, I can't dictate what she's wearing. She's a grown-ass 30-year-old woman, but it's just not something I like to look at all the time. And then we resume to the weird Shanks clone and other bandaged woman inside the castle, and they are just absolutely fucking up this big-ass giant just looking at him. And more on this later, I'm sure. They want to meet up with Loki, so this is a pretty surefire sign that this guy isn't Shanks, since Loki doesn't fuck with Shanks, and these guys want to free him, and, you know, that Shanks wouldn't want to free this motherfucker if they hate each other. You know, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Then we go to the village in Elbaf where Big Mom fucking terrorized. At least, like, it looks a lot like it. And then Elder Ja Rule pulls up, okay? We also know him from the Big Mom flashback, and he's now got a little sword poking out of his head from God knows what. And last time we saw Ja Rule, he was like 60 years ago now, so this sword could have been lodged in his fucking noggin any time from then to now, so it could be literally just about anybody that we know of that could have done this, other than like Joy Boy. Also, we see the giant that was locked up in Saboti right next to, you know, Rayleigh, which I actually fucking remember pretty well because he was a big part of the introduction for Rayleigh, which I rewatch on a weekly basis just about now because that scene just goes fucking stupid. You know, no One Piece animes out now, so I gotta get my fix somehow. And that's about it. Not 100% sure when the next chapter's dropping, but when it does, you know, I'm making a video on it. I'm also gonna try to get a bit back on schedule this year. At least I'm gonna try to start getting in the process of it. Recently, I know I've been kind of slacking off, dropping vids a little later than I would have liked, or at least what I would have in the past. So another video might be dropping in a few days or so, but yeah, that's about it.